All right, guys, lesson 7 is simplifying radicals. Simplifying radicals. Radicals are square roots. You guys dealt with last year in algebra. Okay, so thing you gotta know is what are perfect squares. What numbers are perfect squares? Okay, for example, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, okay, 49. How am I getting these? Well, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, okay? Perfect squares means you square a number, 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared, 5 squared. Those are called perfect squares. So if it says simplify a radical, say square root of 20. We did changing it to a decimal on the calculator. This is different. Simplifying means break down this number into the smallest possible. So we do it by factoring it into 2 factors. The first factor needs to be a perfect square. Pick from this list a number that factors into 20 or divides into 20 evenly. So 4. And then the second number, needs to multiply up to 20. So 4 times 5 is 20. So I picked this one because it's out of this list. I didn't pick 10 and 2 because 10 is not on this list. Okay, square root of 4 comes out to a perfect 2. Square root of 5 just stays. Okay, that's called a simplified radical. Let's do a few more. Square root of 32. Okay, so out of that list there, what perfect square factor should I pick for 32? Well, 4 goes into 32, but it's best to pick the biggest one. So actually 16 goes into 32. So the best choice would be 16, and then 16 times 2. This one's a perfect square, which means it works out nicely to 4. Square root of 16 is 4. This one just stays square root of 2. Okay. What if you had something like this, square root of 100? You could actually break it down. You could say, well, it's 4. Let's just do it. Let's say 4 and 25. And you get, this is actually a perfect square. This one's actually also a perfect square. But really, 100 was a perfect square to start with. So if it's a perfect square right at the beginning, you can just put it down. Square root of 100 is just 10. Square root of 36 is just 6. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a perfect square to begin with, just write down the answer. Let's do one more. Square root of 18. Again, pick the highest factor out of these. That goes into 18. 4 doesn't go in. 9 goes into 18. Okay, so 9 and 2. This one's a perfect square. That means square root of 9 is actually the same as 3. Square root of 2 stays. Okay, so there'll be some practice on that today. Make sure we're going to be turning in our notes for credit. So if you could take a picture of your notes and take a picture of the assignment, and you need to turn in both, you get 4 points for the notes, which is this, and 4 points for the assignments. Give you some extra points there, actually. All right, have a good day, guys.